Introducing Femme Magic at femmemagic.com. Plant-based feminine care, chemical-free, and 100% vegan. Gentle liquid magic comes in easy-to-use and convenient products like Kuchiwa, our all-natural fem wash for day-to-day maintenance, which will keep your yoni feeling fresh, clean, and balanced. Vag Elixir, the botanical-based restorative power that combats odor, BV, dryness, and more. An aphrodisiac to naturally lubricate your skin and yoni. Go get yours today at femmemagic.com. That's femmmagic.com. Use code SassyDivine for a 5% discount. Welcome to The Secret Garden, located at the crossroads of Sassy Lane and Divine Boulevard, where we are powerfully feminine and divinely chaotic. I am your host, Lady Lovely. It's Marvelous Monday, and we're taking a moment to understand and appreciate men. As you take your seat under the willow trees, hit the like button and show the world that you support The Secret Garden. Modern women, as we know, are very strong these days, strong and independent, particularly financially independent, and they are highly educated. She seems to no longer need a man for any reason. In most places, to admit that you need a man as a woman is met with the wrath or shame of the women around you. And they tell you, don't say that, or no, you don't. And even many modern mothers instruct their daughters to make sure they have a good job, a car, their own home, so that no man can ever tell you anything, or whatever he does or thinks does not matter. So I want you to listen to this little particular piece of audio from the Daily Wrap-Up crew and just pay attention to the last few, pay close attention to the last few phrases.
Believe it or not, in Atlanta, is either BBL or natural, and the BBLs is taken over. I think it's just very crazy to me that how a woman could have a BBL, and you guys will literally go pay for her bills, her rent, her car note, her food, her groceries. But then you get a woman like me that's working, doing all this business by myself, for myself. I don't need you. I want you. And you telling me just to hold it down. Just wait. Baby.
So you heard her say, you have a woman like me that's handling all this business. I don't need you. I want you. That's the part I want to focus on. The other part, we'll just put aside, BBL, etc. I don't need you. I want you. So this is something very common that you hear women say. Even some older women. I've even heard boomers say, all I need you for is your body. And this thought process comes from, I think, a belief that men really only have one purpose. If they're not serving a financial purpose, then they only provide the physical. And a lot of women these days think that men should prize this, that they should see this as a compliment. Coming from a woman, that a woman that says, I don't need you, I want you, I have all of this, I have my own, all I need you to do is come along because I want you and, compliment what I've already established. Well, this is a very masculine position. Honestly, this type of energy is masculine. It is not feminine because it's focusing on, again, it's relegating a man to only one purpose, intimacy. And it's making intimacy the higher standard versus security, emotional support, or any of the other things that you get from a relationship with a man. It also goes against the nature of femininity. Feminine women need men, and they aren't ashamed to show their need, to express it in any way. And referring primarily to a man's ability or a woman's ability to cover her bills with a good education and a job, again, it relegates men to just one purpose. He only has one role, and that's the physical. And this is a short-sighted vision, because this is assuming that everything in your life will remain the same as it is now. Nothing for you or about you will ever change, and you will always have the capacity that you have today, and all you will ever need from a man is this physical intimacy. You will never need any guidance, any leadership, any provision, any support, and none of that you would get from a man or from masculine energy. You don't need it, because you're doing all of that for yourself, except that you can. You can. It's the same way a man can't provide for himself what he gets for a woman. This goes back to my video a few weeks ago. Do we need men? Of course. This is a binary world, although, some see differently. Here in the Secret Garden, we understand this is a binary world. And men need to be needed. For them, a woman's need drives his role, his sense of purpose, his sense of respect and appreciation that he's going to get from you. It all comes out of your need for him. All right. As we know, his primary role in the relationship is to be a provider, a protector, problem solving, etc. Without your need, without the need of the woman, without her needing him, he has no mission. He has no purpose to fulfill in that relationship. For him, the question now becomes, why am I here? If she don't need me, why am I here? What do I bring? What's my purpose? And we talked about purpose last week. Purpose is so important to men. Again, respect and purpose. These are core values for men. So if you have everything and you can do for yourself, which is fine, I'm not putting that down, then in your mind, you don't need a man. You want him. Okay. But he has for him, he doesn't want to be there. He's going to want to be with a woman who does need him, a woman who has empty places that he can fill, who has spaces that he can complement, who has a life that he can enhance, not somewhere where he's just like a seat filler or a conversation piece. That does nothing for men. That's somewhat, honestly, that's kind of feminine. That's like you're turning a man into a trophy wife, honestly. And even women don't value being trophy wives, in mass. They don't value that. So needing him, again, gives him purpose. It gives him a problem to solve. It gives him a reason for being. Part of his identity as a man is to solve problems, to protect you, to provide for you. And this is a very deep need for a man. This isn't something that, is somewhat on the surface and can easily be excised. The Creator nestled this deep in the spirit of men. Society, politics, and technology have not been able to remove this basic need from men. He needs to feel needed, that he's providing something, some mission he's fulfilling. There's something here for him to do. There's nothing to do outside of that one act. And I'm not saying he won't do that. He won't give you that one act, but then you know exactly what you have. If you've been in those relationships where that's all that's going on, you know After a while, that becomes very, the shallowness of that pool becomes very evident. There's no depth here. You just put your foot down and there's the bottom of the pool. That's it. There's no depth. And him seeing you as a strong and independent woman who doesn't need him, he's not even going, even if you might even say to him, oh, I need this, or can you help me with that? He's probably most likely going to be reluctant because he doesn't see you that way. He doesn't see you that way. Fulfilling a woman's need gives a man a sense of accomplishment, and it enhances his masculine frame. Again, this is how he sees himself and how the world sees him as a man. When he fulfills a woman's need, he earns her respect and admiration. And I said it last week, I'm saying it again, I'll say it again next week. Respect is essential to men. Respect is how he feels love. That to men is love, respect. Being with a woman that doesn't need him makes a man feel insignificant and purposeless, which then leads him to basically feeling a lack of respect and admiration. He's not doing anything here. Why is he here? So if he's not accomplishing something, then he's not earning your respect or your admiration. So then he's going to seek that somewhere else because he needs it. It's a part of his basic nature. We have to, if we want men to be a part of our lives, we need to leave space for them. And I see that a lot of us think that simply wanting him and not needing him is the highest, accomplishment for a woman. Okay, maybe it is materially, but as far as a man is concerned, there's no place for him to be there. There's no point for him to be with a woman who doesn't need him. It's just not. It's like empty, So he's gonna go seek a woman who does need him. And again, this goes back to what I was talking about when I talked about purpose. And I said, sometimes, women look at a relationship a man is with a woman and say, oh, he can do better than her. I might not have said this, but at any rate, he can do better than her, maybe looks-wise. But there could be something about that woman, her cooperation, her understanding of him, her acceptance of his mission and willingness to get on his program, that makes her more desirable than a woman who might look better physically. Okay? She becomes more desirable because of her cooperative nature. Same thing with a woman who needs him. A woman who needs him is going to be more desirable. And he will leave a woman who is so highly capable that there's nothing for him here to do except to fulfill her wants, her desires, which is very base. Again, it's very base, very masculine to even say that. And relegating him to just a tool for pleasure. He's going to leave that. And he's going to go where he feels he will have a mission and something to accomplish, and he's going to be admired and he's going to be respected. That's where he's going to go. So give that some thought. Let me know how you feel in the comments. As always, I love receiving your feedback. Bloomies, it's Marvelous Monday in the Secret Garden. Bloomies, since it's Marvelous Monday, smile and say hello to a black man today. I promise you will be blessed if you do. Be sure to like or subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Today's episode was brought to you by the letter F. F is for Fem Magic, the all-natural, toxin-free, and plant-based feminine product line. Fem Magic will keep your beautiful garden fresh and dewy. Get yours today at femmagic.com. That's FEM magic.com. Use code SassyDivine for a 5% discount. As always, until we meet again in the secret garden, at the crossroads of Sassy Lane and Divine Boulevard. Go! Get back your ooh.